Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. We're wearing our hats. So welcome to the show. Welcome to Happy Hour. You know, we need
the list is not closed yet. I'm sorry.
Oh, Mr.
Sorry.
O. The list is not closed yet. Thank you, Gina. This is my lion's hat that Fiber Magic made for me. She's such a sweetie.
Thank you.
And of course, Mr. O with his dark gothy Scorpio hat. Ah. Well, you know, we all need to get happy. It's just in such a strange world, you know, crazy stuff going on. So we're always happy to do this show, and particularly at times like this when we really need it most.
It's good to see you all.
So just to get us started with a different tone today, I brought out the, I don't know if I can even get it on here, but
It's upside down. That means I'm upside down.
Oh.
There we go.
There we go. Either way. The Tarot Affirmations deck. So we'll be reading some affirmations to you, which is on each of these ginormous big cards.
Hi, Zach.
Oh, could you get Zach on the list?
Yes, I can.
And update the number, please.
Well, go to fibermagic and magics with a K.com if you want your own Lord of the Ring hats. Yeah, they are kind of cute. I like them.
Fiber makes such great stuff, and
she makes a
know,
lot of great stuff.
She doesn't mind. You know, if you have an idea, throw it by her. She may be able to create what you're looking for. She does a lot of custom work, and we really appreciate her.
Yeah, and if you like the sport hats, you know, you can get a sport hat too. No, but it is almost closed.
It's not closed yet, LC. We've got about 5 more people we can add her, so...
5?
Yeah. Okay,
but
maybe.
I just added. But...
Whatever.
I'm a cheapskate today.
Mr. O. You know, he's getting used to Thursdays. Literally, if you want...
Yeah, where are y'all on Thursday?
If you want a reading, you know, not just a single card, happy card, come on Thursday nights lately. It's been kind of quiet again. It goes off and on like that with Thursdays. So, Thursday evenings, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, Mr. O, I'm going to have you pick one at random here.
Alrighty.
And you can start us off with an affirmation if you want. Oh, that's a nice one, isn't it?
I'll show the picture.
All right.
And then I'll read that. It's the 4 of Wands.
Yeah.
All right, so... I am inspiration become reality. A stable base for forward movement and further development.
I am contentment, letting go of daydreams and longings to enjoy the fruits of the present moment.
Bad glasses. I am relaxation, giving myself time to renew my energy in preparation for what lies ahead. I think I remember your animal, Gina. Aw.
Oh, yeah. Yes. She did that for us, for you. Aw. I am grateful. I am thankful for my present relationships and direction.
And finally, I am open to the future, ready to move ahead when the time is right. All right, so that was our opening affirmation.
You know, aside from the 4 of Wands being a card of celebration, it's also a card of establishing a foundation. Sometimes what we are celebrating is how far we've come in life, how much we have built, and you know and to appreciate the work we have done.
Very good. And thank you for mentioning that too, Shirley. And of course, for us, February is traditionally what we call Super Tarot Love Month. And we do some sort of exaggerated emotional or love type readings. But also our Super Bowl prediction, which is on our YouTube channel, and I think it's going to go out again later today.
I was going to talk about that later at a more appropriate time, but
sure,
because I wanted to just touch on something you said before that, doggone it. But
Super
anyway,
Tarot Love Month enhanced presence.
We did something different this year with the Super Tarot Love Month so far. We've made a point of adding in a line or two every single tarot card of the day to bring in the love aspects of those cards, which we really haven't done in the past.
Yes.
So that's something new this year that we're doing.
Thank you, Gina. I appreciate hearing that.
And what was I going to say? As for the Super Bowl, since you brought it up, I just want to thank everybody. Oh my gosh, we've got over 140 views, I think.
We're up to 190 or so, close to 190. So make it keep popping. If you haven't watched it, give it a view. It's about a half an hour, and we go through, pretty much the defensive idea, the offensive idea, the referee strategies. This little lady here, who is a sports freak, I am not, came up with this reading, and of course even I could kind of glom onto it a little bit.
The cards were a little bit hard to read this time in a way. I felt that it meant, I really do feel it means it's going to be kind of a close, tough fought one. Whether it's a high scoring or low scoring, it seems like they're going to pace each other fairly well. So we'll see what happens. I'm not going to give away who the winner is for those who, we predict.
Right, you have to watch it.
You have to
find out
watch
what our prediction is. It was fun.
So may
let's
the
get on with
best
the show.
team win. Let's get going. All right. So we are on Gina first. Gina made it in here first. Gina, I love those songs. Those were awesome. I hope you liked the comment I made on one of them. And I figured out what's going on with why I can't see your retweet sometimes, Gina. It's really strange, and I've never had to do this before. But when I get a chain of retweets, like all these notifications of retweets, and you're one of them, I don't see your quote retweet unless I either go to your page or I look at my post activity for that post. I have to literally open that up, and then I see it. It's so strange. It never used to be like that. But that's what's going on, and I finally figured it out.
All right, Gina, slow and steady wins the race. I could almost hear you say that. That's really the kind of advice that I think you're really good with others, too, to, tell people to pace themselves and, to do what they can as they can. But for you, I guess this message is a little more. This could be indicating that you are moving with an assured and steady pace towards your goals at this time, multiple or otherwise. And along the way, you are either planting or taking some inspiration from whatever you come across, too, in that way.
Well, I will say one thing, Gina. I never saw that Elton John video before. I love that song. That's one of my favorites of his. And I've never seen the video, which was fun. I thought it was fun. Anyway, Gina, this tells me that you know how to use your time wisely, right? This is like not so that you don't feel too rushed, you don't feel too hasty, you don't feel like everything's getting out of control, because you are very systematic with the way you plant your seeds, the way you plan your projects out, the way you plan your days out, and it works for you. It works for you. It shows that, like I said, I always like to make that tortoise and hare analogy with this card, but it is saying really speed does not win necessarily. Maybe in football, if you race to the, you can outrun somebody to the goal, but the bottom line is speed does not always win. It's how you work your day. It's how you do your work, the care you put into it. And also, why make it harder on yourself, right? This shows that, you're going to have a nice even week ahead, and everything is just going to flow smoothly, and you're going to feel pretty good about that. Good luck with that.
Balance, Stephen.
Yeah, good luck with that. All right, we've got Shirley next. Hi, Shirley.
If it actually warms up even slightly, I might go to the gym today. We'll see.
I'm not. It's
I know
only
you're
going
not.
up to 18 degrees today, and it's going to probably feel like
You're
the
welcome. Thank you so
single
much.
digits. It's still below zero, feeling like right now, like -6 or something like that. I can't work out in that weather. I can't walk out of that gym sweaty, that's for sure. You're very welcome, Gina. Yeah, we got some snow yesterday, but we managed to get out and finally have a belated birthday dinner with our son.
He turned 43.
Yeah.
Hi, Kara.
Kara made it. All right, I'll get you on the list in a minute, Kara.
Helen Wheels.
Okay, Shirley, I like this for you. It's the Queen of Pentacles.
Nice.
Why don't you go first and I will get Kara on the list.
Helen Wheels is first if you don't have them already.
What?
Helen Wheels.
Oh, Helen was there? Oh, hi, Helen. I'm sorry I missed you.
All right,
I'll
so
get you
Shirley, the Queen of Pentacles, this is a time for you to really appreciate that something's going to flow from you, that, you know, your creative and or just productive pursuits or goals are probably magnifying at this time or finding a way to actually express, to pay off in a way. So it's really good, and you may find that things really have a calming or serene effect, sort of like adding the extra value of some amount of care to the proceedings. It just feels like you're bringing things into balance. I don't know why I've seen a lot of balance implications, but I do.
Well, this is a card, you know, a lot of the pentacles have that earthy idea of grounding, you know, being grounded, being centered, being balanced. And the Queen certainly knows a lot about that. I think here too, this is about, you know, but finding balance in your material affairs. This week should be a smooth one for you. Maybe there could be some slight gain for you, but whatever the case may be, everything will be in balance and you'll feel pretty good about where you are this week. It'll feel comfortable. So enjoy. I think this will be a great week ahead for you, particularly just knowing that your material matters for this week are nothing you have to worry about. So good luck with that.
So what is our temperature?
It's like 6 degrees right now.
Okay, so we're a little bit colder than you.
I'm
maybe,
sorry.
Helen.
Wait, it's about 9 degrees right now, but it's -6. That's what it was.
We're close.
So, yeah. Something like that. Yeah. My computer says 12, but it never seems to match what the Weather Channel says for my area, and I kind of trust the Weather Channel. All right. So, Judy, we're on Judy.
Hi, Judy.
Good to see you, Judy.
Hello. Hello, it's me.
Oh, no. I like that song. I was thinking a lot of Todd Rundgren lately, you know?
Yeah, I love Todd Rundgren.
But that one song, that's the one.
And Utopia.
You can't stop loving action.
Yay. Hi, Libra.
Hey, Libra.
All right, Judy. And keeping up with Pentacles.
Wow.
It's the
Pentaclepalooza.
nine of Pentacles. So, Judy, this is going to be probably a pretty fabulous week for you. It feels like you are totally in your zone, your comfort zone. You feel very, very comfortable and kind of assured of what you feel you have managed to obtain for yourself. And so this is a reflective kind of week or period where you're really going to feel you enjoy your life as it is. You know, anybody can always want a little bit more, but you really are at peace and content in a way that maybe you haven't been in a while, and just feeling secure too. And you feel like you have a base of operations around you. So whether or not you choose to go out for more, you know, more accomplishments or more interactions, you're set regardless.
Right. I think this is such a nice week. You feel so confident, comfortable, secure that if you want to go after something else, notice how she's reaching for something there, you can go for it. But if you want to just enjoy, you know, where you're at this week and take it easy, you know, just enjoy the flow this week, that's fine too, because everything just seems very stable and secure right now. So feel free to go for some challenge or goal if you want, but you can also take some time out to just enjoy where you are right now. So good luck with that. That's a great card. I love that card.
I'm sorry to hear that, Libra. I hope, you know, things, you know, regulate and work out.
Oh no, so allergy stuff. Yikes.
You're welcome, Judy.
You know, those childhood allergies, they're hard to, they can be hard to manage.
They are.
You can't
A lot of
handle them.
times children
Wow.
do grow out of them, but, you know, sometimes they have some lingering effects.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we get for you, Libra. It's, you aren't up yet, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So anybody else who would like to contribute to the chat, that might be appreciated.
Siama's up right
All
now.
right.
Hi, Siama.
Hi, Sienna.
And you are welcome, Judy. Very welcome. Thank you for supporting us. We so appreciate you.
Definitely. Thank you.
All right. Well, what'll it be this time? Let's see what we get. Well, it's not a pentacle. It's a Nine of Wands.
But we did have the 9. We had the 9
Yeah,
of
that's true.
Pentacles, right? Yeah.
Good point.
So it's 9 of Wands.
Nine of Wands. You know, I think here, Siama, this is just saying you are going to be prepared and, you know, for anything that you face this week. You are going to be ready. You are going to be prepared. It's kind of like you might be facing something this week that maybe you have faced before. And so that's not a bad thing because you know how to handle it better now. You have been there before, and so you'll know how to handle it without a problem. So whatever this is, whether it's that or something else, you are ready, you stand ready and prepared to do whatever you need to do this week, and you'll feel like everything kind of went your way because of the way you were able to handle it.
There's another idea I have here too for
Okay.
you, Siama, and that is that to some degree I feel like the figure in the card, they're kind of modeling behavior too. They're sort of saying, I'm able to be prepared and stand up for this situation, and you can too. And so it's an encouraging card too, Siama, that maybe you see others who just need to see that sense of confidence or strength from yourself. Maybe they're partners, or maybe they're people who have your best interest at heart. But a lot of what Banshee said is totally true too, of course, and is the main point, that this is a week where really you feel you can stand up and be prepared for whatever seems to be coming your way. But in actuality, it looks like you have that, like Banshee said too, that sense of, you know, what's coming your way. And so that's really why your preparations are, you know, precise and well intended. Good luck to you.
Good luck with that. Good luck with your week ahead. I was watching the opening of the Olympics yesterday, which is always for me a very uplifting experience. I love the artistry, that they put into the opening events. It was really beautiful. Very nice.
Yes, that's the Light Sears deck we use, Zach. And we like it a lot. We actually keep buying them because we go through them. This is the third or fourth
Third or
one.
fourth one already. We've used it to death.
And so we like them a lot because we can look at the card all these years using it, and we can still sometimes see something different or feel something different about it. It's just a very evocative kind of set of symbology and art. So thank you for noting that. All right, Harvey James. Hey, Harvey.
We both look a little pale today.
I guess.
I think it's that light. But anyway.
It is a great deck. We do like it.
Hey, Harvey.
Hi.
Hope you're doing well.
And we haven't gotten our plans together for convocation. I know we're going for at least one day. We're mostly day trippers there, just for various reasons. So hopefully we'll run into you. We're not doing a program.
No, we're not doing a program again this year. I'm able to get that together.
Well, are you doing a program? The Page of Swords is here, so there's an emphasis maybe on, some new things, like maybe writing or putting thoughts to word, or vice versa a little bit. This is a card of somebody who really feels they have a significant thing to share, new ideas, but they may be not exactly constrained, but they may be going through a process of feeling where it is most appropriate or where they can do the most good. So some of this is just sort of mentally deciding where they're off to. And this card also employs the ideas of tact and discernment and, being appropriate in how you interact with people, I guess.
Yeah, it's a really interesting card. This card is always one I like to think of, as far as engaging with others intellectually, communicating ideas, sharing your ideas, getting ideas from others, I think is going to be a big deal for you this week. And you're going to be really happy, you've communicated with others, because it might stimulate some ideas and thinking you have. And when you look at this card, it is kind of reflected here, This person is reading something and see all those ideas popping up in their head, possibly from what they're reading, so wherever you're getting, your information, it's bound to stimulate some new ideas or some new thinking this week. And you're going to be really excited and happy about that. It's a sign that you will be communicating and engaging a lot with others and getting a lot out of it.
And, people in our area are talking about, their excitement going to convocation, who they're going to see or what they're doing there, or the fact that a lot of people feel really connected in that community. So this could be talking a little bit about that. We're getting pretty close to convocation. Hey, Elsie, what are we doing? We don't do a lot of real specific things personally.
Well, we are thinking of possibly going somewhere for dinner on Valentine's Day or the day before, because it gets too crowded at some of these venues. And I've heard again that the flu is making a comeback. It seemed like cases were dying down, but now flu is coming back again. And we were very, very sick last February.
In fact, the flu might have precipitated the stroke I had.
Yeah.
There's that possibility.
So we don't like to go to restaurants when it's really crowded. So we may just stay home and have an intimate dinner at home. But I have a feeling maybe the day before or earlier in the day on Valentine's Day, maybe when restaurants aren't too crowded, we might go out.
There's a theory, or maybe it's a rumor, that maybe on Friday the 13th, there might be some extra special show on our
Oh.
YouTube channel.
Yes, that's right.
I sort of have some ideas that I have to talk to this one about.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
All right.
Thanks for asking.
Preeti is up.
Hi, Preeti.
Sometime in the next week, not this week, but sometime next week or the week after, more likely the week after, we might be doing a past life, past love show where we look into somebody's past life and a love, that they had in that life.
You're welcome, Harvey.
So stay tuned for announcements on
Me too.
that. Is it my turn to grab this?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Just checking. Whoopsie. Wow. No. All right. Let's see what we have for Preeti.
Preeti.
And you're up and running, Preeti. It's a chariot. Yeah, it's a chariot. Well, wow. A card of movement, a card of progress, a card of momentum, a card of, will and determination. You need to this is a week where you will be focusing on something intensely, and because of that intenseness you will be able to make a lot of progress. Forward movement and progress comes when we're able to focus all of our energy on a particular goal or something we want to accomplish or get done, just get finished for the week ahead, whatever it is. So a lot of movement forward, a lot of progress is going to make you feel really good this week.
You're welcome, Shirley. We know. All right.
You're welcome, Shirley.
And Preeti, I'm almost tempted to ask if you're getting a new car or if something different is happening in transportation issues. Once in a while, I feel that vibe.
Oh,
Hey, Gina.
I'm sorry you have to go shovel snow.
Yeah, we're so glad we don't have to shovel snow here, generally speaking.
I mean, you may like it. You may be used to it. It's exercise for many, but, ooh. It's not something I miss.
But anyways, Preeti, I do feel like if it's not about a car, there's a situation going on, and I get the feeling like it is a little bit of coming back to you from somewhere else, like maybe a particular task or project that you just either weren't motivated enough to pursue, or something else was maybe holding you back or an obstacle in your way. But now it sort of feels like that thing is gone and you can freely move towards this, and it sort of feels like you're almost on remote in a way, like because maybe you had almost done this before. What I'm feeling is like maybe you're just really sure you can pour yourself into this. So good luck with that. It sort of feels like it's going to be really good, and you just need to be mindful of your own energy level, apply it evenly to this, especially if it is catching up with that. You can't necessarily make up for what you missed. Just go ahead with its normal pace. You should be fine.
Good luck with that. I like it. We're on Elsie now. Yay.
Hi, Elsie.
All right. Yeah, that last time we were sick was kind of bad, so we just don't want to do that again. And it wasn't COVID. We did test ourselves for COVID.
It was a regular flu that we got.
We're pretty. Even though we got a flu shot that year, we ended up getting the flu. Yeah. So the flu shot was not that effective last year, if I recall. So far so good though this year.
Well, this year we're just really doing a lot more avoiding people, but with the cold it's not that hard.
Yeah, the cold has been keeping us indoors. We really don't want to go out much when it's in the sub-zero range. It's just too cold, and our cars are really old, so it takes a beating on them this kind of weather.
I'm sure your reading will be great, Elsie. It's happy hour, and look at that.
Oh yeah.
So you have the Five of Wands. And I think the Five of Wands, Elsie, says that maybe there's a community get-together or project that's coming up for you, or maybe there's just a situation where you will either collaborate or team up with people, and you're probably going to be more the key person here, maybe because you just have more knowledge or wisdom about this particular thing, or people respect you and really want to feel like following you is just a good thing for them. So whatever it is, it could just be going to an exercise class and finding that everybody likes the moves you make. I don't know, but it feels engaging to you, Elsie.
Well, whether it's friends, family, or on a job, with coworkers, this is a time where, this is a time of constructive engagement. Notice how they're trying to build something here, and everybody has their own ideas on how to get it done. And so this is a time where somebody can maybe lead the team and, bring some order to the ideas that are being presented. And so that could be your role, or you could be somebody who's sharing ideas, and all ideas are valid, and need to be at least listened to and appreciated. And I think here everybody will learn from each other something this week that they need to know. And I think here you will really enjoy engaging and stimulating conversation. We don't always have to agree on things at all, but, we need to be civil, and when we're working on a project together, we need to come up with a plan that will work for everybody. And that's what I see forming here, the plan that will work for everybody, and then to take off and do it. So whether it's a project, around the house, or whether it's a project in the community, whether it's a project or goal at work, I think this will be a very stimulating, exciting week for you. Good luck with that.
Have a great week, Elsie.
And Lena is up.
Hi, Lena. Namaste to you. Blessings. Thank you. And
You're very welcome, Elsie.
What?
I just said, you're welcome, Elsie.
Mm-hmm.
Namaste to you.
You're welcome.
All right. One more. Wow, it's the Six of Pentacles, Lena. Again, this seems like a nice, and we really have been getting the Pentacles, haven't we? So I like this, though, because again, this is a card of, you might be the recipient of some kindness or generosity this week, or vice versa. You might be willing to, share some of your time, your energy, or resources with others this week, and it will be appreciated. This is one of those cards that, can be considered a pay it forward card a little bit too, in that, if some good act or deed is done by you, it is likely to be returned to you in some way from the universe. It may not be from the person who you helped out, it may come from somewhere else. But just know there's always a give and take that goes on here, and it's usually, due to the fact that, you get something good, you pay it forward, you get something back again. You keep that flow and that exchange going. I guess it's more like the law of attraction, but the recommendation would be to pay it forward. When you get something good, pay it forward, because good things, good karma comes to you by doing so.
Lena, I feel all that she's saying, but I have a particular, little intuitive feel. You'll have to take it for what it's worth, or tell us later if it worked out. But I almost feel like you might have an engagement or interaction with somebody who maybe knew your mom, was a friend of your mom's, or connected to your mom, and they may share something with you about your mom that maybe makes you feel good or makes you remember her in a good way, and or maybe you might share something back too because of this sense there. I just have a feeling that that could happen in addition to some of the other things, so I'd be curious to know if it does. Let me know.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that, Lena. We're on CJ now. I posted the list already.
All right. Oh, you had a little
Kara had a
freeze
glitch.
there, eh?
Yeah.
Did you do Lena's?
Yes, that was Lena's. We just did it.
So therefore I get that.
Oh. I'm sorry. I thought you meant...
I accept your apology.
Because I posted the list a little prematurely.
It's okay. I'm just making sure you do the right thing.
Oh, don't worry about me, Mr. O. Check yourself.
And then I saw her face.
Do. Now I'm a believer. It's one of the songs Gina sent today. But I love that Elton John one. I'm still standing. Better than I ever did.
You're still singing sharp? What?
Oh, come on. Be nice. Behave.
Wait till the show's over. All right, CJ.
Ooh.
It's the Seven of Swords. I'll let you go first.
Well, CJ, this is very clearly a week for you to ferret out some info, to kind of stay under cover, so to speak. This person's in a hoodie here, hood up. Hey, I have my hoodie on, but not the hood, of course. And this is a time to just lay low, but take things in. Absorb what you see around you. Absorb what you feel from other people. For example, if you're thinking of making a major purchase or signing papers for a loan agreement or a rental property, you're renting something, whatever the case may be, read between the lines. Read between the lines and make sure you're getting all the information you need to make an appropriate decision. And then you'll feel really good about doing it, right? So this is a time to really kind of just observe and watch and maybe ask some questions, but just kind of take it all in and not play your hand or play your cards too soon.
Well, I'm going to possibly go a little different here than Banshee.
You've been going different the whole time and saying that.
I'm not sure if you
don't have
said
to
this,
say
but
that.
to me it felt like you were sort of saying this card signifies maybe more passive behavior. But
It's not.
Please, please.
Well, you called my thing passive behavior.
Okay. Well, you said lay low.
Yeah, that's
that
not
sounds passive necessarily. Anyway, may I please? Thank you. I feel that there's something actually more active going on here, and that CJ, this could be saying you have to sort of ferret out some stuff. Okay, you said that word too, so okay. But it sort of, to me, suggests that, you're a little bit of a spy this week, or you're a little bit trying to find out something, or you got the feeling that maybe somebody is trying to keep something from you, and you need to figure out what that is.
Wow, that's what I said in a lot of different ways. All of that.
But I said it quicker, didn't I?
Yeah, but I gave examples, so, I like to give
wow.
examples sometimes. So we're on the same page
Hi,
here.
country love.
It is passive, but it's not. If you're observing and you're listening and you're trying to, get the facts, that is an active thing to me. I don't know.
Okay.
But I get it. I get why he said that. He wasn't putting me down, I'm sure.
Why, of course I wasn't. I do that when we're not on camera.
So, but that's the kind of week it is. And it's a more positive element of the Seven of Swords. Sometimes we really need to get the facts, ma'am, before we, do something we regret.
So is someone trying to pull the wool over your eyes, or you just have that feeling? It just seems like this is the week where maybe, your intuition or your feelers will pay off in some way, but you kind of have to play it close to the vest.
Good luck with that.
All right.
And hi, Country Love. I've added you to the list.
Hi, Country Love.
All right. So we're on Libra.
Hi, Libra. So yeah, just asking again if anyone has any positive words for Libra. She just found out one of her kids has some food allergies. Just something to be encouraging. In general, of course, we support you. Sometimes, it's not so bad working out the diet stuff. It is if you have a lot of different people that you have to prepare food for that you're in charge of. But hopefully, you'll be able to get some good, nutritional information that'll be helpful.
Well, it is tough when you have multiple food allergies. I get that. And
I had a cousin like that, and she did grow out of it as she became an adult, but they were pretty bad.
And I wish you the best, Libra.
You're welcome, CJ. Okay. Here we go. Well.
Milk is new, yeah. See, it gets tricky. It really does when that happens. I wish I could give you some advice. It seems like I heard something about how they're handling childhood allergies, but it escapes me now. If I ever find that again, I will pass it on to you. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is here. And so, Libra, this does speak about you kind of thinking things through. This is a time to maybe step back and really kind of assess what needs to be done here. And I almost think it could be talking about this very situation with you. And honestly, are we getting every single pentacle card in the deck today?
Seems that
it
way.
Seems that way. But, this is a time for you to figure out, how you can constructively move forward with the situation. I almost feel this is about that. And you can. The good news is you can. You need to pause, though, and really kind of sort out what you need to do. In the interim, obviously, you can maybe do some other things, like I'm hoping that maybe they could have some type of, other milk, the oat milk or whatever, some different
milk or different things.
Well, almonds nuts, so I don't think that would work. But, maybe oat milk or something else that they could, you could substitute. So you're going to have to think of ways to grow, in positive directions with the situation. Take your time and don't get overly anxious about this. Just, just take care and take it slow so that you make the right choices. And you should feel a little bit more comfortable, I think, this week with, coming up with a plan.
Different people, interpret that card differently, the Seven of Pentacles. To me, I definitely feel like it means a pause, Libra. I feel like it says this is a time to maybe not necessarily rush to any particular, situation, whether it's about your child or whether it's about something else. But two, the idea that realizing things are already there. Those conditions are already there. That's why they're in the ground there. And so that is what you have to work with. So you have to train yourself or have resources that will show you what is the best way this thing can continue to move ahead. Because it is already there. The seeds are already planted.
Yeah.
So whether this is applying to any other situation in your life, you kind of have to take a pause so you can sort it out and realize that it's going to be there, so you might as well work with it as best you can. Yeah. Good luck.
Good luck with that. All right. And we are on Jackie.
Thank you for advice, everyone. I appreciate hearing that. I love our Tarot Tribe community.
I like Vicks Vapor Rub too, and I use their little inhalers, but I found that I like, I think it's Afrin inhalers because they combine eucalyptus with rosemary, and rosemary is also supposed to be very good for cognitive issues. And I've heard about connections between breathing certain things in and cognition, and so I thought I could lick two birds with one stone here and help my brain health by also inhaling eucalyptus and rosemary, which, by the way, both are supposed to be good for clearing some of that stuff that accumulates in the aging brains, that plaque. So I just thought I'd throw that out there.
And I don't know, I think we should close the list.
Yeah, I guess so. We are at 16 now, so yeah, we could do that.
All right, I'll get our signs out.
Whoops.
Thanks for all the information, everybody.
Everybody who's on the list will get a reading.
All right, so Jackie, here's your card. Oh.
Wow, Jackie. Nice. Go ahead.
So Jackie, the Three of Cups says that maybe the mood changes and it comes a little more celebratory. Maybe you're aware that there's an occasion to celebrate, even if it's just a more simple get-together with a smaller amount of friends or family, or it could be something more, bigger thing, like maybe, somebody is having a birthday party or some other party that you're going to be invited to or be aware of. And I think the overall idea here is to feel that no matter who's celebrating what, it really is for everybody. It just feels like it draws everybody in. Everybody feels that connection. Everybody feels something happy or to celebrate about.
Well, if you're not going to a party or a wedding or some kind of celebration this week, you're just going to, maybe have some conversations or maybe have coffee or something with friends or family, people that you are really connected with, and it's going to make you feel really good, feel happy. So, if you have nothing planned and you want to boost your mood this week, get together with somebody you love, somebody you care about, and have some fun. I think this is a week to have some fun and just enjoy some camaraderie with somebody, somebody in your circle that brings you joy.
After all, it is Super Tarot Love Month.
There you go. There is that too. All right. So, wow, Jackie, good luck with that. That's a very positive card. I like that card. And we are on Zach. One thing I will say about eucalyptus and I don't know if it applies for rosemary too, but if you inhale too much of it, or you eat too many cough drops, for example, it can cause some gastro issues. So I've read about that, and so I do monitor what I do. I like using the inhalers, and not, just a few times a day, maybe 3 times a day at most, because what you inhale, there's that sinus-brain connection, right?
Yeah.
And so that's just it. And that's why some scientists have been studying this, and they've noticed that, in some of the studies, the eucalyptus may have an impact on plaque formation in the brain. So...
Well, this is probably a little different, but I remember somebody was saying that people who had lost their sense of smell due to COVID, possibly, if you gave them a particular incredibly pungent mustard that maybe was from Germany, it was just such a pungent mustard.
I remember this.
That repeated, give it yourself a day or two to acclimate it, and it would help you break through that.
It would help you start smelling again.
Right. It just breaks through what was blocked in your head, because basically that's what we're talking about. Receptors in our brains that should normally sense these things, but maybe various contagions or whatever disturb the memory of that. It's you, right?
Yeah, okay. I think it's
Zach,
me. I don't know. But I'm doing Zach. Yes. Hi, Zach.
Hey, Zach. There's all kinds of interesting ways that various senses may be tied in to either other senses or various parts of body processing. It's a little gross, so I won't mention anymore.
So what pentacles haven't we had yet?
The one you just drew.
The ace.
I knew it was the ace, too. I just had that feeling it was the ace.
Wow, I wonder what my material matter show is going to be like when I film it. Because it seems like this is going to be a very material kind of week. Well, look at that. Zach, you've got the Ace of Pentacles here. This is a great week to plant a seed. This is a great week to start something new. There could be growth here. There's growth potential in anything new that you initiate this week. So feel free to start something and handle it delicately with care. There's no need to rush or push anything along. You know, seeds grow in time with the proper care and nurturing. And so don't expect it to happen overnight, but anything you do start this week has the potential to grow into something bigger for you.
Yeah, so it really is the kind of thing that we could say, whatever you want to invest or whatever comes your way that feels like it's something you can investing in yourself, investing in your feelings, investing in what's happening around your home, all of that could really pay off if you start that during this week. It just feels like whatever favors your energy of being able to focus and bring energy to that or fulfill and process. So it's a good week to start something, Zach. If you're able to, maybe you could, invest money somewhere, or, something else could grow if you pay attention to it now.
Sorry, I forgot to post the list, but that was definitely for you, Zach.
All right.
And just see here that whatever care you put into something, along the way, it will take root. It will take root. So good luck with that.
So to everybody who's still in the chat room, after we finish our last reading, we do a reading for ourselves, and then we will also give a namaste blessing for all.
All right, Helen is up. Hi, Helen. Thank you for joining us.
I know you've been here before. It's been a while, probably.
Oh.
I think so.
I don't remember.
I do.
I'm sorry, I don't remember if you have been. But thank you for joining us.
Either way.
I don't know why I picked again. It was supposed to be your pick.
It's okay.
And it's a pentacle, and it's a repeat one.
Yes, you did ace it, Zach.
It's the Seven of Pentacles again.
Huh.
So, again, Helen, this is a week where you really don't have to do much physically. This is better. The week is better spent thinking about what more you need to do to make something in your life grow. If you want to become, if you want your finances to increase, if you want to eliminate debt, if you've started something and it doesn't seem to be moving along the way you had hoped, what more can you do to make something happen for yourself? So this is a time to plan and strategize and think about what's necessary. And then maybe in the next week, you will consider, moving forward in that direction. But for this week, take your time and just try to think things through. What the best steps are for you to take going forward now.
What I really love about this card, I think, is the figure's face. It just seems like somebody who really is in their moment. You know, they're in their moment. And that moment looks like it's love or care for what they're looking at, for what they're dealing with. And so, Helen, you might want to feel this way too. Feel that, you know, whatever it is you've been thinking about nurturing silently, you know, quietly, now is also the time to feel love or care for it, even if you don't have a necessary plan or precise action to take at this time. Keeping it in mind that you care about this and that it's something important to you is also beneficial for this thing going forward. It could be similar to just saying that love or care sends a little bit of energy towards this project or situation and will help it get better. So I wish you luck with that.
Yeah, it should be a good week. You know, spending a week of just planning sometimes is what we need to do. And I just think that there's no need to worry, there's no need to stress. This is a time to think of how more to nurture the things that are important to you right now. So good luck with that.
Good luck, Helen.
Alrighty, you can do Kara.
Hi,
And
Kara.
you can do country if you want, because you... Yeah, there's the list. Oh, the darn arthritis is setting in. You know, it's been a little bit tough on my hands this winter, all this cold.
Yeah, I'm having arthritis in my left hand a little bit. Because my left hand is slightly more dominant in certain respects. I might use it more for certain things.
There's certain hand exercises I do to
I'll have to
stretch
do that.
them.
What kind of happy hour can we have for Kara? Let's find out.
It's not a pentacle.
It's not a pentacle, yay! It's the King of Cups.
That's
So,
nice,
Kara, I get the feeling like you're gonna kind of like what's going on because maybe people are gonna defer to you in certain ways and realize you're the kind person or the loving person that they would rather interact with. So I don't know if this is about you and your brother and your family, you know, but some way or the other, when people realize that maybe somebody cares about them, they're going to know that it's you in a way, and they're going to feel like you care about them, and you care about them even if you have to do a little tough love on occasion. But mostly they realize you always mean what's best for people. You're not vengeful by nature. Nothing is really bringing this out in you, but if it does, they better watch out.
I think I do, but I'm not really sure about that, the carpal tunnel. I definitely have some arthritis, like one of my fingers, which is better now, but I had sprained in my athletic days playing baseball in grade and high school. And I sprained a finger, and that one will flare up on me once in a while. I had a pretty bad sprain on that one. Anyway, Kara, there's nothing, even though there are fish on this card, there's nothing fishy about the King of Cups. He, you know, and I think this week, notice how he's putting his little finger in that bowl there. And I think you, Taurus, Earth sign, need to kind of dabble in a little bit of water energy this week. You know, whether it is doing something charitable or caring for others, or whether this is to dabble with your intuition or your imagination. This is a time for creative pursuits. This is a time to be generous or kind to others, to lend a shoulder if somebody needs to lean on it, that sort of thing. So this is a time to dabble into water emotional energy and use it to advantage. This is definitely a time, if you've got some creative ideas, don't let them just sit up there. You know, get them out, do something with them, and you should be really happy this week. Good luck with that. Anyway, it does show a lot of happy joy because the king, he knows how to have a good time.
Yes, he does. All right, so I have the honor of doing Country Loves reading.
Yep.
Very nice.
I'm letting you do both because I did 2 in a row.
You did.
I did.
And then afterwards, we'll read our own cards and do Namaste Blessing.
Yes, I'm going to get
So
some
thanks,
Namaste.
everybody, once again for showing up today for Happy Hour. I just noticed that 9 people were still watching, even though we're on our last reading.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
So that's great. And, we've gotten that from time to time. Sometimes people don't necessarily want to get a card drawn or ask a question, but they like watching us. And that kind of makes me feel nice, in a way, that we're at least a little bit entertaining, even if we're not doing something directly for them. So here's your Happy Hour card, Country Love, and thank you again.
Well, sometimes people find the message they seek in hearing a reading for someone
You're
else. So there you go.
So you got a queen. You got the Queen of Swords, Country Love.
Like it.
And so relaxation was part of some of these cards readings. We just talked about a relaxed view of life, sharing things or doing things. And so I sort of feel the trend continues here a little bit. There's a thoughtful but comfortable sense or presence about this woman, this Queen of Swords. She realizes that maybe there are decisions to make, but she's also thinking about other things in her life that are not necessarily so directly urgent or important, and she feels like she has time for everything. She is in charge of her domain, whatever it is. And so you, Country Love, you may feel like if there are important things, they're not so important that you can't also maybe enjoy the experience, the journey, as they say, a little bit on your way towards, finalizing certain plans.
Well, Country Love, I think you're going to feel a whole lot better once you have thought something through and made a move, choice, or decision. This is a time where, again, I think it's a little bit, it's both passive and active this week, in that you're going to be thinking about some direction, some new direction, or some new choice, or maybe there is some important decision you are going to have to be called upon to make, and you will act on it. You will do it. So it's kind of like, you think things through and then you act, and it always feels better once we do that. I mean, once we get it out there. Sometimes we hold off too long on moves or choices or decisions we have to make, and it can add stress. It can make you feel stressful and uneasy until you finally get it off your to-do list or off your back, whatever the case may be, off your shoulders. So I think this week will be smooth in that you're going to sit there, you're going to think it out, and then you're just going to do it. And then you'll feel better about it.
Just do it.
Just do it. And
All
good
right.
luck with that. All right, Mr. O, you can choose for me now.
I can. So I hope everybody enjoyed their Happy Hour message. And remember that generally it's for the week ahead. This was a great show.
Yeah.
Appreciated it.
Appreciate everybody being here. I'm so glad to see Happy Hour fill up the way it does, because it's just such a
You're
positive
welcome.
show for all. You're welcome, Country.
All right, Banshee, here we go.
What's going to make me happy, Mr. O?
Who knows? Thank you, Country Love.
Who knows?
Oh, my. So
what?
you got the same card. You got Country Love's card. You guys are just going to chill and make the decisions when you really need to.
Chill and then spill.
And we do have lovely chatting here. Thank you.
So,
Yes.
Go on.
So the card says that maybe, the decision you could be making soon is one that's important to you. And you also may feel, this is me going on instinct, that it pulls together a couple or more things that maybe have been waiting in their own time for their own manifestation, that maybe now this just sort of feels like things have kind of come to a point and you're ready to proceed with positive, good, calm, and informed energies, to make decisions you need to.
My mind just never stops. That's part of the problem with me.
Let me help you with
It just
that.
never stops. Wheels are always turning, whether it's really good stuff in there or crazy stuff in there. The wheels are always turning here. And, even when my body rests sometimes, which is why I've had to have some help with melatonin and etc. to kind of dial down, the mental stimulation. It's hard to shut it down, which is why a lot of times I do breathing exercises at night too, to kind of silence the noise, the things going on there, because very active mind, I live a lot up there. All right, Mr. O.
Your turn.
For better or worse, that is. All right, Mr. O. I wonder what I'm going to pick for you.
Especially at night, that's right.
Yeah. Well, why so glum? What? This is happy hour. It's the Nine of Swords, Mr. O. Well...
Spin it, Banshee.
I will try. No, I mean, what this is saying here is that your worries... You worry, and you really have little to worry about. It feels as though... And you're maybe coming to realize that too, Be like, what is it, Alfred E. Newman? Isn't he the one that said, what me worry?
He
right?
did.
What me worry? Right, no worries.
Where is he now?
Where's... Well, at any rate... I think here that, there's a way you can dispel all of these worries, and that is through action. Okay. Acting on them, not just letting them sit up there. Do something about them, and that's maybe what you're going to do this week. And once you do that, there comes the happiness.
Well, I think about the times in my life when I was not a well person, more so as a child, but occasionally other times. And that did cause me to worry a lot. And, I need the sun card. Thanks. Thanks, CJ. Back in the 5th grade, my teacher said to my mom, "Oh, Mr. O is such a good student, but he worries so much." And it was true. I was out of school for weeks and I worried about that. And that's just my nature. And so to me, the card means that eventually at some point, I get over this and I see that white spirit crow up there or whatever it is.
You see the light.
That I see the light and I pull myself back out. And sometimes I think, this is just me because I'm a Scorpio, but imagining the worst that can happen is my way of saying when it does happen, see, it really wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as you thought it would be.
That's my line. That's my line.
Did I get that from you, or did you get that from me?
I've always felt that way. Some people think I'm very optimistic, and maybe I've grown that way, yes. But there was always this part of me that would think the worst case scenario all the frickin' time.
And I'm a Scorpio, so of course I would.
And, that is kind of a survival mechanism in a way, because when it doesn't come out, you feel so much better, right? You feel such a sense of, well, that wasn't so bad after all. And it kind of inspires you to be stronger next time. So it's possible a lot of that just built up more positive energy in me over time to not expect the worst anymore. I don't know, but...
I think, Banshee, you're right. I have relatively little to worry about, in my life. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for everything.
All right. So I'm shuffling here. Mr.
Namaste,
O
blessing.
is going to pick one for us. Yes, he is. All right, Mr. O, pick away. Ooh, what you got there? Oh, I like that one. That's pretty.
It's a pretty.
It's definitely very beautiful. I love that artwork. I do.
Right. So what is it?
So what is it? The blessing of letting go. Like Mr. O has to let go of the fears. The blessing of letting go. Free yourself from negative entanglements by letting go of emotional ties, beliefs, and outdated ways of thinking that no longer serve you. You have the power. You have the power. That which you let go will transform into an endless blessing. Yeah, to invite blessings into your life, sometimes we have to make space for that, right? And what's taking up that space? Sometimes things like fears, anxieties, stresses, baggage from our past that we need to just let it be, let it go. It's done. It's over. Make room for positive things in your life now. And just be.
And before you say namaste, I just want to mention once again, thank you everybody for your donations. Really helpful. Appreciate that. And we'll be back tomorrow, of course, our regular reading from 2 to 4 p.m.
2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So come get a regular reading. And of course, my Material Matters show will come out in the morning. We're only live in the chat for that show. So, but we have fun on that show, and I talk about the readings a little bit more. So come join us if you will.
Watch the Super Bowl prediction video, please.
Before the Super Bowl. Yes, and it's tomorrow, and I will be watching for the commercials, for the halftime show, and for the game. I'm not going to say who I'm rooting for, but I know I have some friends who are rooting strongly for one side over the other, so I will be rooting with them. All right, everybody, take care. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.